Hi everybody, Patrick here from EngineeringShot.com and PaintballProps.com. This is my first main escape room prop, and it's finalized. And when I say finalized, if you purchase this set, there are certain customizations that can be made if you want little adjustments. Large adjustments I'll have to charge a fee, but small adjustments are fine in software. For instance, the default panel code, I can set up your default panel code for you, no problem, whatever you'd like. Let me just introduce this to you. This is the Bio-hazardous lab escape prop. You've got your wiring panel, LED button, main board, timer board, power on-off switch using a key. Comes with 2 keys. Come with a lot of these female-to-female wire connectors for the panel, the wiring panel. It will also come with a power adapter, so you can plug this into the wall once you've mounted your electronics. It also comes with a stereo-to-stereo connector, so that you can connect the audio output to a set of computer speakers if you like, or a Bose player, whatever you want. But you have to provide your own audio system. It will also come with a loud siren. I'll show you that in a little while. It plugs in right here, and two jumpers for here to enable a siren. Again, not talked about right now, and 3 jumpers to select your modes. Now, in this, you can select game times between. You can select 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes. And the idea is, I create the electronics. You make it your own. You create the puzzles to find these connectors. To find these connectors and and essentially the wiring schematic. So you'll notice on the panel board, there's A, B, C, D, and E, and on the right hand side 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The idea is to find the right combination from connecting left to right. So, for instance, the default code for this, for simplicity, is A to 1, B to 2, C to 3, D to 4, and E to 5. And of course, you can create your own default code. You can also program in your own code on a per game basis. So I'm just going to power this up, and we're going to give a quick demonstration of deactivating it. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of demonstrations so that you understand exactly how this works. I hope you'll bear with me. It really is a neat prop. So let's start our first demonstration. On the main board, there are 3 jumpers, 3 3-pin jumpers. All are labeled A for middle and left, and B, middle and right. Now you'll notice that I have a jumper on A for the first jumper, B for the second jumper, and B for the third jumper. The third jumper selects us in ready mode or program mode. So for most of the demonstrations, I'm going to have the third jumper always on B. And if I want to select a 30-minute game, I have jumper 1 on A, and jumper 2 on A as well. So let's power it up. One thing before we get started, this game was designed to open a lock, an electromagnetic door lock, or close it, using this relay and this terminal block. If you have an electromagnetic door lock and you're wondering if it's compatible, send me the information. 99% sure it's compatible. It's just using an on-off switch essentially via this relay, which is controlled digitally via the chip, but completely isolated from the rest of the circuitry. So you can place 120 volts AC on this terminal right here, or 12 volts, or whatever drives your electromagnetic door lock. So I'll power it up, and after a second the LED button will flash. I press the button.
Warning. Hazardous fumes detected. Complete lockdown in effect. Contamination in 30 minutes. Repeating. Contamination in 30 minutes. Have a nice day.
So as you can see, I'm hoping that the 7-segment display shows up nicely on my camera. If it doesn't, trust me, it looks vibrant and beautiful to the human eye. So at this point, this is where you make the game your own. You make the puzzles to hide the clues to the coordinates, to the wiring coordinates on this wiring panel, and the idea is to deactivate the lockdown and escape the room. If I make the right wiring connections, then the relay will turn on, activating the door lock so you can open the door and leave. So let's just say I found all of the coordinates this time. I'll show you I'll show you an example in a minute of putting the wrong wiring in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one wire, connect A to 1, another to B to 2, C to 3, D to 4, E to 5, and that's the default code for this unit. Again, you can pick your own default code. So let me just make those connections.
New connection detected.
Every time you make a new connection, it will say new connection detected.
New connection detected.
Now while I'm doing this, please note that when I've deactivated the system, you hear the relay click on, and that means that the door is unlocked. Assuming you've made the wiring properly. You've made your wiring properly.
New connection detected.
You've made your proper wiring connections. My bad. Sorry, I'm slurring my words.
New connection detected.
And lastly, E to 5.
New connection detected.
So once all 5 connections are detected, the red button will start flashing saying, okay, are you sure this is the right combination? So I'll press it.
Lockdown deactivated. Door unlocked. Take care. Have a nice day.
And the relay clicks on. So at this point, power is applied or disconnected using the relay. You can use the relay to apply power or disconnect power to your door lock. In this case, you probably want to disconnect power, and you open the door, you leave. And of course, the LED starts flashing. So once I press this button again, it's going to turn the relay off and it's going to reset the system. Relay clicks off. At which point you are ready for another game. Now, if you wanted this to function slightly differently, just ask me some questions. Happy to answer. So I'm going to remove my connections, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start a new game. I'm going to set it up for 45 minutes. In this 45-minute game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the improper connections, and then I'll show you how this works. Button flashes, ready to start the game.
Warning. Hazardous fumes detected. Complete lockdown in effect. Contamination in 45 minutes. Repeating. Contamination in 45 minutes. Have a nice day.
Okay, so now I'm just going to make random connections.
New connection detected. New connection detected. New connection detected. New connection detected.
So I've made
New connection detected.
all improper connections here. I'm going to press the button.
Connections invalid. Remove connections.
So at this point, it's going to keep saying remove connections every
Remove connections.
every few seconds. It's going to say that until all of the connections are removed. You have to remove all of the
Remove
connections.
connections.
This is your penalty.
Remove connections.
It's going to keep doing that until all are disconnected.
Remove connections.
There we go. It's going to stop now. So now we have to start over and put the right wiring coordinates in. We are not coordinates, but the right wirings in. We have to make sure that we have it all wired out properly. So again, you make up your own puzzles to hide the wiring coordinates. Really, you only need 4 puzzles, because once you figured out 4, you know what the 5th is. And it's as simple as all of that. So that's the punishment, is you have to remove all your connections and start from scratch. So you can't just guess. There are a whole lot of combinations here. And as you can see, time is dwindling. So the more difficult you make the puzzles to hide the wiring coordinates, the more difficult your game is. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 60 minutes. Then I'm going to let the timer run out to save some time, so you don't have to watch for an hour, obviously. And and then you're going to see what happens if time runs out. 60-minute game. I've got my jumpers set to B, B, and B. And this will start us off in a 60-minute game.
Warning. Hazardous fumes detected. Complete lockdown in effect. Contamination in 60 minutes. Repeating. Contamination in 60 minutes. Have a nice day.
And the countdown begins. Actually, to save me some time, I'm going to power this off, set it up for a 30-minute game so I don't have to wait 60 minutes, I'll wait 30 minutes. And once we get down to the final minute, I'll show you what happens if you haven't put in the right connections at this time. 58 seconds to go. So once this time is out and the game is over, the game master, of course, has to manually unlock the door from the outside, go in and say, sorry ladies and gentlemen, you've lost the game. And I'll say it just one more time. The game's difficulty is specifically on the game master and the puzzles made to determine the wiring coordinates. So if you have any questions, email me. I'll show you the Siren plugin in a minute. And again, this will come with an AC to DC wall adapter that you can use to screw into this power terminal block, plug into the wall. You mount it, you make this your own, I just provide the electronics. Questions, message me. In any case, 9 seconds left, listen to the audio.
Lockdown. 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 Try not to breathe. Game over.
I like that. Try not to breathe. So contamination is in, door is still locked, you're toast, game over, you've lost the game. So at this point, you press the button once, and that just resets the system. At which point, after a short amount of time, the button will start flashing again, telling you that it's ready to start a new game. You can fiddle with your jumpers, turn power off, reset the game for a new set of contestants, if you will, customers. So you can mount this into your own box. You can even mount this into a like a fuse box if you'd like, and make another puzzle for the players to find a key to open up that fuse box. At which point, this is available. You can choose to hide these with each wiring coordinate, or you can make these available. You can make them available right in the wiring panel, and they can start fiddling with it if they want, but they're not going to figure out the proper wiring unless they find those coordinates, and they're going to waste a heck of a lot of time if they even try it. So this will come with a whole bunch of extra female-to-female wire connectors, and it will come with the Siren and all of the jumpers required. So if you want, I can show you, well, I am going to show you what happens if you deactivate this and you have the Siren in place of an electromagnetic lock. In the case of the Siren, you literally plug it in, place these two, or short these two LED or Siren enable jumpers with two of these 2-pin jumpers. So let's plug in the Siren and we'll deactivate the system. So now I've got my Siren connected to the Siren output. I've got the 2 jumpers on the S in for Siren enable, 2 jumpers placed, and so now we're not using the terminal block output to switch power to an electromagnetic door lock. We are instead using a Siren. And if you find that the Siren is too loud, it is a very loud Siren. You can muffle it with a sock or a piece of fabric and an elastic band. So what I've done is I've made the proper connections already just to make things much quicker. I'll power it up. I'll start the game.
Warning. Hazardous fumes detected. Complete lockdown in effect. Contamination in 30 minutes. Repeating. Contamination in 30 minutes.
So all of the connections are already made.
New connection detected. New connection detected. New connection detected. New connection detected. New connection detected.
And of course, as soon as I press this, the system will determine that all of the wiring connections are correct. It will talk to you for a second, say that the lockdown has been deactivated, and the siren will go off. It will go off for a minimum of 5 seconds, at which point the LED button will start blinking again. As soon as you press that button, it will shut the siren off and place us back ready to start the new game. So anyway, I'll press the button.
Lockdown deactivated. Door unlocked. Take care. Have a nice day.
So as you can see, button is flashing. I press the button, resets the system, and now you can start a new game. So you have the option of using the siren. It is included. The wiring panel has 4 mounting holes. The siren has 2 mounting holes and an optional, and very strong I might add, double-sided adhesive strip protected by this cover. So you can stick it to something if you'd like. Everything comes assembled and tested. The key switch has a mounting screw, which you can use if you'd like. If you don't want to use the key module, you just have to short the 2 wires, and then it will start up when you apply power to the terminal block. If you want to mount this, what you'll have to do is you'll have to desolder the 2 wires, mount the switch, and then resolder the 2 wires. Now I have to ship it this way just so that it's perfectly tested. It comes with, again, the counterboard, the AC to DC wire adapter. I will provide instructions on how to wire that into the terminal block. Everything you need, you mount it, you make it your own. It comes with everything you need, everything you need. So if you have any questions, again, please feel free to contact me. Now let's do a custom coordinate wire up, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power down. I'm going to make my custom connections, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to power up with the 3rd jumper on A. So what I've done is I've connected A to 5, B to 4, C to 3, D to 2, and E to 1. I've essentially reversed it, just as an example. So I've got it wired, power is off. I've selected A on the 3rd jumper. I'm going to power it up. The LED button will flash, and that means, are you ready? Have you made your new wiring connections? If yes, press the button.
System reprogrammed.
So remember,
Remove connections.
This is on a per game basis. Now,
Remove connections.
after you've programmed it, you have to remove all connections.
Remove connections.
All of them.
Remove connections.
And then the LED button will start up saying, ready to start the game. So you can do this on a per game basis. It only takes a minute. Really only takes a minute. So I'll start the game up.
Warning. Hazardous fumes detected. Complete lockdown in effect. Contamination in 30 minutes. Repeating. Contamination in 30 minutes. Have a nice day.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire in the default code, which is A to 1, B to 2, C to 3, D to 4, E to 5. And that won't work anymore, not on this game, because I've reprogrammed it. But just to show you that it doesn't work, I'm going to quickly wire it up.
New connection detected. New connection detected.
I know that this is, you've seen this 100 times, but I need to be thorough just to show
New
you.
connection detected. New connection detected. New connection detected.
Ready?
Connections invalid.
So now remove connections.
Remove connections.
And we're back at square one. So the timer's still going down. Let's wire it in properly with our new code, E to 1.
New connection detected.
D to 2.
New connection detected.
C to 3.
New connection detected.
B to 4.
New connection detected.
And A to 5. I still got the Siren connected. And so let's press the button.
Lockdown deactivated. Door unlocked. Take care. Have a nice day.
And so, if you leave that wire, if you want to say use that same wiring pattern all day, if the customers played the game right, really you don't have to do anything. You're still in program mode. I'm going to use that same code for the next game.
System reprogrammed.
It's that simple.
Remove connections. Remove connections.
And you're off to the races. It's very simple to use. You make it your own. This is just the base for what could be potentially an awesome escape room game. So if you have any questions, feel free to message us through paintballprops.com or engineeringshot.com, and we will get back to you. Again, small software customizations can be made. Larger customizations can be discussed for a fee. So thanks again for your time. I realize it's been a long video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that if you own an escape room or are planning to open an escape room, that this is something that you might be interested in. Have a great day, everyone.